Alright fellas, so engine is swapped. Took 2.5 weeks. Sorry for the no uploads. A lot of trial and error. Getting it in was not hard. Getting the actual engine in the car. I'll go through a list of what I did to it while it was out, and then the process of swapping it, stuff that went wrong, and try to help people out. So got my engine out, and while the other engine was like on a cherry picker, went ahead and did some kind of preventative maintenance stuff. I mean, it's already out, you're right there. I did a new clutch, new throwout bearing, pilot bearing. I went ahead and changed transmission fluid and did transmission mounts. And while I was there with the clutch, I did rear main, and then the upper oil pan gasket and upper timing, and had a new water pump and the crossover tubes underneath the intake manifold. They're all done by shop. So upper oil pan and upper timing were already resealed. So I went ahead and just did lower oil pan while the engine was out. New motor mounts. I did FCP Euro for the motor mounts, rear main, and transmission mounts. Transmission mounts like $10, rear main was like 15, but motor mounts were 100. And I know that if they go bad, they give you a warranty for the life of the car. So got the engine in. Like, we were really ahead of schedule. I had an engine out, new engine in a week. Plugged the wiring harness in, went to start it, wouldn't start. It was real late that night. Went home, came back, read the codes. Was getting a camshaft position sensor, bank 1, open circuit, and crankshaft position sensor, which it was the same one on the car, but maybe got pinched or something. And a crankshaft position sensor will prevent your car from starting. So I swapped that, and it started, but it just ran like horribly. It would only stay running for a couple seconds. So I was like, okay. So I went to pull the camshaft position sensor off and swapped it with another one I had. Same thing. So then I took the Vanos solenoid, the one that slides in, out, and half of the threading that goes into the head came out with it. I was like, oh no. So I thought I had to change the head, but luckily I just had to change the Vanos, just the whole Vanos thing off my other car. But I used the new engine's actual solenoid thing that slides in, because they had recently been done. And so timing chain guides and Vanos are done, as well as I got an FCP Euro timing chain tensioning. It's the quietest M62 I have ever heard. The engine's quiet, the car is not. Also, while the car was there, we disconnected the exhaust right under the driver seat. It was like a place you can unbolt it. And I didn't have cats anyway. All I was running was out the headers through the pre-cats, the 2 performance resonators. And while I was there, I went ahead and busted out the pre-cats. So they're basically headers. And like at idle, thing sounds like a muscle car. The thing sounds absolutely just perfect. I don't know how it sounds. It could possibly sound better than that. And no drone. Like, I'm speaking to you. So like, and you can hear me. I mean, with a car, the sound insulation is fantastic, but still, windows down is so loud, but it sounds perfect. No drone. So got it in there. And like I said, the Vanos, where the actual solenoid slides in, the sensor slides in, the threads were busted. So borrowed a buddy's timing kit, locked it, took the left valve cover off, both valve covers off, but the left upper timing off, so we could lock it in place. So took the chain off, while locked of course, swapped the new stuff on, put the chain back on, timed just the right bank, which is bank 1, passenger side. But if you're standing in front of the car, it's your left. Put it all back together and started it, and it just like ran like absolute doo-doo. Check the codes, overtiming bank 2, which is the driver's left, driver's all back apart again. Valve covers, well, like wiring harness, the fuel rail, both valve covers, both upper timing off. Then we timed it correctly. And while I was there waiting, because I didn't know how to use the timing kit Dad does, I took the intake off because it was leaking coolant, and the one tube with the plastic on it was broken. So I put a new one on it with new intake gaskets, put it all back together, and it had a horrible misfire in cylinders 2 and 3. So I swapped coil packs and spark plugs on those 2 cylinders, no change. Got some starting fluid and sprayed right there, revs went through the roof. So I was like, alright, that one of the intake gaskets was not seat properly. So got the wiring harness back off, fuel rail back off, pulled the intake manifold, and I forgot that tube, you have to slide it out, so I broke the new tube that I just put in it. But luckily I had 3 M62s at the shop, and the last one still had a good tube. So got that off, fixed the gasket, got it seated perfectly on there, all back together, cranked it up, and it ran and idled. That had a really bad, like, not misfire, but like real bad vacuum leaks, because I had deleted the secondary air pump and let the crossover tube there with that just open. So you know, I could drive it around and stuff, but the MAF was having a hard time accounting for like exhaust coming out of the engine bay. So made a delete plate, slapped it on there, and car runs perfect. No issues, no leaks. Only leak is power steering fluid, but I just replaced the stripped hose clamp. Should have fixed it. Just charged the AC and put one of my old hoods on there. The car has no bumper on it right now, because I'm gonna paint this hood and bumper. I just wanted to have a hood on as I drove around for a couple days. And I think I'll repaint my back bumper. But car is new clutch, feels really good. I'm not gonna push it crazy hard because the the flywheel and the clutch have to wear together. But I do have a little footage which I'll show of doing the swap. I didn't record as much of it because I was kind of like consuming my life. Like, I was really frustrated at the car for a couple days, like just mad at it. Because engine swaps, no matter what anybody tells you, they're like, oh no, it's easy. And I was like, I mean, getting the engine in the car is easy, but especially with these V8s, like getting it perfect is not easy. So this car engine has all new gaskets, timing chain guides, Vanos and timing chain guide tensioners, new clutch, rear main, pressure plate, throwout bearing, pilot bearing. Vanos is resealed. What else is done to it? I mean, obviously new valve covers. Liquid moly 5W40 in it. Charge the AC. It's freaking solid. I'm just not gonna go ham on it yet until the clutch wears in. Check engine lights on for the O2 or for the secondary air pump, but should just be able to code that out. I don't have the stuff, but the buddy who lent me the timing kit does, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But very good to be back in this vehicle. So thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Hey guys, here's the car. I don't have my bumper, or this is also the spare hood I have. I'm actually going to end up painting this one instead of my original one because there's no dents. It just needs new paint. It also going to have my front bumper off. Gonna get some paint, and I'm thinking about pulling my rear bumper off for some paint. So you can hear what it sounds like on cold start because it's been sitting overnight with no cats and just the resonators. Floor mats are dirty. Get my keys. I actually can't pop the hood right now because of the hood cable. We didn't adjust it. We were running low on time. We had to charge the AC and stuff. The check engine light is on for the secondary air pump, and one of my O2 sensors is bad. That's about it. So you can see if we can get a little listen to it. can hear a slight exhaust leak. It's on the bottom left side. And I probably need to replace the timing or the belt, serpentine belt, because it looked new, but that engine had been sitting a while, so I might as well throw on a new one. But it runs better than it ever has. It pulls so hard. You know, obviously new clutch. There's a little chatter, but it's starting to already go away. But it's got like the new transmission mount. It just drives like so good. And this has to be the quietest M62. When I get the hood popped, I'll show you. But no Vanos, no rattle, nothing like that. Even totally refreshed. It's not the prettiest. None of these cars, the M5 nor this one, idle. Doesn't sound very good, but this thing's just idle exhaust notice. It's so good. I love this car. I'll get some drive-bys and stuff. It backfires and pops and stuff, but it's not a tune or anything. It's just natural. It's ridiculous. But with the new hood and bumper, and then I replaced the hose clamp on the power steering, but you know they're notorious for leaking, so I'll get a new hose. But yeah, she's back. There's a lot of trial and error, a lot of just like wanted to not give up, but just really pissed at it. But it has paid off. It has a different engine in it, and I know it's not some crazy engine swap, but you know it was my first time swapping an engine. So I'm really pleased with myself and how it came out. Thank you to all the guys who helped. Thank you, Dad. And thank you, Ben, for sending me my timing kit back. I'll get that back to you. But here she is. And things moving forward I plan on doing, now that this is done and once it's back together, I really want to start back on the M5 and the little drift build. But I'm like contemplating, I don't want to be a ricer. But like I feel like with the black look, I feel like just a light tint on the rear taillights would look good, especially with the license plate tint. But oh yeah, I got a new sticker too. It's some of my favorite things is Daft Punk and Pulp Fiction. And then we got the Eagle Scout EMG, which is my favorite brand of bass pickups when I built my bass. And on this side, we got a tool sticker. But yeah, it's great. So thank you guys for tuning in, and more updates on the M5 and the drift build as we go.